Hi, all you YouTubers out there. My name is Miranda, and I want to first start off by saying I'm not a trained psychiatrist or paid for my services or anything like that. I just like to talk to people, and I like to touch on topics that really makes a difference in life. I feel as though life can teach you what no book can. And that's why I'm sitting here to you today. Just a little bit about myself. I was in foster care, and my foster home wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. My mom, she was a victim of crack cocaine, and to this day, she still is. I yearn for a mother and daughter relationship, but it's something that she has to change within herself. And I didn't know who my father was until I was 18. And I went out searching for love, to be accepted, because I didn't understand why my mom or my dad wasn't in my life. It made me feel like I was unworthy of love. So in that course of me searching for love, I ended up with 6 kids and no serious relationship. I mean, you name it, I've been through it. I done had the drug dealer boyfriend, the ones in and out of prison, and I was just accepting that. I mean, even down to abusive relationships, all because that loneliness, that me feeling like I'm not complete without a man. And I went through a lot. I lost 2 of my kids' fathers, either from, drug addiction or drug activity. And that was a hard pill to swallow, because not only did it affect me, it affected my kids as well. And, I went through life hating. I hated everything about life. I hated people. I hated basically everything, because I didn't understand why my life was going the way that it was going. But I feel as though it was all for a reason, because I'm sitting here today, being able to touch on subjects and saying how I got through, those things, and how I was able to accomplish this dream and accomplish this and accomplish that. And when it came down, as a woman, as women, we yearn for the touch of a man. We yearn for the stability of a man. But, can't no man complete you. You complete you. And that's bottom line. We don't have to sit up here and take the abuse, physically, mentally, emotionally, however you want to put it. You don't have to stand for that. Get out of whatever is bad. But if it's a bad habit, let it go, because it's not no good for you. A man will either make you or break you. And that's basically, I'm not man bashing, please Lord, I'm not, because there are good men out here, but it's the bad men that make it hard for the good men. And like I said, I have 6 kids of my own. My first child I had when I was 16. I was still a kid myself. I knew nothing about life. I knew nothing about taking care of a child or being a parent. But I did the best that I can do. And to this day, he's 16. Thank you. But anyway, I just want to touch on that, because, it's a lot of us out here that are tired, but we're not tired. We're not standing up. We're not protesting. We're not going against Congress. We can't pick up the phone and call Obama and say, hey, I would like to do this in my community, but this, that, and the third. But, so we as people need to band together and stop feeling like, that ain't not like that happened to them, so it doesn't affect me. But what affects one, it affects all. Being a single parent is hard. It's a lot of devotion from you. Your life is altered because there's no more you. You basically devote your life to this child, and it makes it hard for you to fulfill your dream. It seems to be put on the back burner, because if you are a devoted parent, your child comes first. So, it takes a lot out of you, and life is a journey. Life is a journey of thousands and thousands and thousands of miles, but it starts with the first step. You have to get out that bad relationship. You have to let go of that drug addiction. You have to, really love yourself and know that life has a lot to offer you, and it's not all bad. I have been a victim of a lot of situations. I mean, trials and tribulations after trials and tribulations. It seemed like, my life was passing me by. My friends was steady climbing the corporate ladder, and I was still stuck at the bottom, and I just didn't understand why. Why is it that, if I take 2 steps forward, I get pushed back, 50 back, why I can't find that man that's going to hold me down and all that stuff. But I was putting my life in someone else's hands, and you can't do that. You have to sit up there and stand and fight for yourself, because nobody's going to protect you like you. That's why I'm making this. I want, you guys to know that I'm an average girl. I've been out there. I've been looking for people, to make me feel whole, and they disappointed me and things like that. But I'm still standing, and I'm taking this first step. I invested in myself, and I said I'm going to sit there and I'm going to make this documentary, and I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to see what attention it attracts, because I know I'm not the only one out there. You as a human, we all have terrible stories, but what don't kill you, it makes you stronger. And that's why I'm sitting here today to tell you that there is a light at the end of that tunnel. You just got to keep moving forward. We all get knocked back from our plans. We have obstacles and hurdles, but once you reach your goal, you can sit back and say, you know what? I was going through this and that happened. I was going through this and that happened. But look what I did. I accomplished that. I kept going. I kept moving. Yeah, I had my days that I got off track, but I got back on that track. Because we are all destined to be somebody. You feel it in your genes. Everybody has a goal. Everybody has a dream. And it is enough for everybody. Everybody has a different accomplishment. Somebody wants to go out and be a teacher. That's their goal. Then you have someone that says, okay, I want to be in law enforcement. That's their goal. Totally different from what you want to do. So that being said, it is a lot, but it's enough for all of us, because we all have different goals that we want to accomplish, but you can't give up on them goals. You can't let no one come into your circle that's not your friend. And you got friends and you got family that say they're there for you, but they really not there for you. I've had so-called friends sleep with a man and, steady grinning in my face, and I'm thinking they're my friend, and they really not your friend. People have a lot of jealousy in them and a lot of hatred. They don't want to see anyone gain or accomplish something that they are going towards, but it shouldn't be like that. We should congratulate any step towards success, because we all can do it. Nobody is stopping you from doing what you want to do. Nobody is stopping you from getting up and writing that book. Nobody is stopping you from going out here and make a difference. So I'm sitting here and I want y'all to email me. Let me know what's on your mind. Let's talk. Let's band together and get this thing going. You got a lot of Martin Luther Kings out here. You got a lot of Malcolm X's out here. Those people fought hard. They stood up for what was right, and it made a difference in society. It made a difference in life. And we can't let that torch just burn out. We as this new generation, a lot has changed. But you just change, you just go with the flow, and you change with the program. But nothing can take away our freedom of speech. A closed mouth does not get fed. So we really need to band together, get these topics out there, and let's get some attention on things that is affecting our day-to-day living, that's causing your depression, that's causing your low self-worthiness, that's causing you to feel like, am I ever going to accomplish anything? Yes, you are. You will accomplish it, but you got to have faith. You got to hold on. You got to have willpower and self-discipline. You cannot say, okay, I'm going to go out here and write a book, and something happens and you get, you say, well, I'll put that off and I'll get back to it. And then that book ends up collecting dust, but that book could have been motivation to stop somebody from committing suicide. Your words, our words, can touch the hearts of others and let them know that there is still hope. We are only human. We can't do this you can't do it by yourself. This issue is way bigger than me. This issue is nationwide. Poverty, homelessness, unemployment, healthcare reform bills. All these things are affecting how you live your day-to-day basis. And little do you know, all it takes is for us to open our mouth, start getting that Congress, start getting that the president, whoever it is that we got to reach out to and say, hey, this isn't how I expected this to be. This neighborhood was good until such and such happened, and now I can't even let my kids go outside and play. Develop neighborhood watch. We are strength in numbers. That's why I'm putting this documentary out there. I need y'all to email me topics y'all would like to talk about, topics y'all would like to touch on. Let's do our research, see who can help us get these things accomplished and get it done. I feel as though too much has happened. I feel as though too much has went past us and we did nothing about it. We just sat there and bit the bullet and said, well, that's life. It is what it is. No, you don't have to be in a situation. If that man is beating on you and treating you like you are nothing but the dirt on the bottom of his shoe, honey, that ain't love. Get out of that. I was in that. You got to love yourself enough to say, hey, the grass is greener on the other side, because if he loved me, if he cared for me, he wouldn't put his hands on me. He wouldn't abuse my children. He would not make sure the bills was paid because he wanted to go party with his homeboys and things like that. You have to stand up for yourself and say enough is enough. And that's what I'm doing today, YouTubers. I am standing up. I'm putting myself out there. I don't know how this is going to go, but all I ask is that you email me your requests, your responses. How do you feel about certain things? What would you like to be changed on this? How can you go about changing it? And let's get this thing done. One.